Good morning, counsel. We are now on the record on Wednesday, September 18th, 2019, and the time is approximately 10:03 a.m. My name is Philip Knowles. I am the legal videographer with BMA Reporting, located in San Anselmo, California, and the court reporter today is Bridget Manos. This is the beginning of Disc 1 for the deposition of Rafael Castro in the matter of Rodas versus UST Testing Services. And the case number is C18-02227. We're located at 223 San Anselmo Avenue, Suite 8 in San Anselmo, California. Counsel, please voice identify yourselves for the video record.
John Roach for Plaintiff, Manolo Garcia Rodas.
Daryl Williams for Defendant, UST Testing Service, Inc., and Jaime Ochoa Barojas.
Thank you, counsel. The court reporter will now swear in the witness, and we can proceed.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly state the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Good morning, Rafael.
Good morning.
My name is John Roach. I'm one of the attorneys for the Pedestrian, Manolo Garcia Rodas. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
Have you ever had your deposition taken before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So I'm going to go over some of the ground rules just to make sure that we're on the same page.
All right.
And I'll do my best to make this a short deposition. The oath that you just took, although we're in a conference room in a court reporter's office, has the same force and effect as if we're in a court of law with a judge presiding right over there. Do you understand and appreciate the oath that you took?
Yes.
And you'll do your best to tell the truth, the full truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Because there's a court reporter writing down everything we say, it's really important that we speak one at a time and that we use English words versus shrugs of the shoulders or nods of the head.
Okay.
Because we're trying to make a record of everything we say here.
You got it.
So you do your best to follow that instruction?
Yeah.
Thanks. So I may be asking you certain questions that require you to make an estimate, but I don't want you to guess. So there's a difference between a guess and an estimate. For example, you could look at this conference room table and estimate, give me an estimate as to how wide it is because you've seen it. You have some personal knowledge to base it on. If I ask you the dimensions of the dining room table in my house, which you've never been, you'd be guessing. You understand the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Is there any reason why you can't give your best testimony today? Are you sick or under the influence of any
No.
substances that would prevent you from telling the truth?
No.
Okay, good. You can take a break at any time, but I anticipate this will be a pretty short deposition, so hopefully we can get you out of here within a half hour to an hour.
Got it.
Can you state your full name for the record?
My name is Rafael Antonio Castro Chavez.
Okay, and what is your date of birth, Rafael?
January 12, 1999.
Okay. And what's your address?
24 16th Street, Richmond, California.
Okay. And how long have you lived at that address?
I'd say about 4 years.
Okay. Do you have any plans on moving in the next year or so?
No.
Okay. Who lives with you at the your Richmond address on? You said 24th Street?
Yeah. It's 24 16th Street.
Oh, I'm sorry, 24 16th Street. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Who lives with you on 16th Street?
So it's my oldest sister, Yurigza, my second to oldest sister, Jessica, and her husband, and my nephew, and that's it.
Okay. So 2 sisters, a nephew, and a brother-in-law?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. On January 15, 2018, did you witness a collision?
Yes.
And where were you when you witnessed a collision?
I was in a van, a minivan. I was sitting in the passenger seat, like in the back. It wasn't in like the front passenger seat. And Yeah, it was like right behind that car that hit the man.
Okay. You described the car as a minivan?
Yeah.
And were you driving down 23rd Street?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sorry.
Thank you. Can we mark this as Exhibit 1 or Exhibit A? Whatever. Exhibit 1. Can you take a look at what's been marked as Exhibit 1?
Yes.
Do you recognize that street as 23rd Street approaching Barrett Avenue?
Yes.
Can you mark what lane you were in when you witnessed the collision?
Yeah. It's right here, down this thing.
So you've marked the middle lane?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was to make, well, I was going down 23rd, but once we saw the collision, that's when we turned to our left.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what lane was the car that was involved in the collision?
It was
What
right in
lane?
front of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what color was the truck that you witnessed?
It was a white truck.
White truck?
Yeah.
Was it a Ford F-150?
I'm not really good with cars, but it was a pretty big car. Yeah, it was a big truck.
Okay. And can you tell us what you saw in the collision?
So I didn't really see like the initial hit. That was because my sister was driving, and all I heard was my sister like scream like, "Oh, someone's been hit," and that's when she started like turning to where the collision happened, and that's when, well, she was in shock, but I told her like we had to get off to help the man, and we pulled over and we helped him out.
Okay. Which sister? What's the name of the sister that?
Yurigza.
And how do you spell that?
Yarigza.
I-G-Z-A. So she actually saw
Yeah,
the impact. Did
Yes.
you actually see the impact?
I didn't.
When was the first time you saw the pedestrian that was hit?
It was about not even a minute after it happened.
Okay.
Yeah. We got off pretty quick because no one else was stopping, so we decided to, well, I told my sister we had to help him out. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know where he was in the crosswalk when he was struck?
I'm pretty sure he was like right in the middle of the crossing, the crosswalk,
And what do you base that on?
what I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we mark the traffic collision report as Exhibit 2? Does this diagram accurately reflect where the pedestrian was struck?
Yeah.
About in the middle of the crosswalk?
About in the middle of the crosswalk, yeah.
So you testified that you first saw the pedestrian about 1 minute following the impact?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you, so did you get out of the car and then come approach the pedestrian?
Yeah. First, I was checking if he was breathing because he wasn't moving at all, and I did check his pulse as well. It was just like the first things that like I thought of, and when I was feeling his neck for his pulse, his jaw was like locked, and I noticed that he was breathing slightly, and I was afraid that like he couldn't open his mouth to breathe, or he wasn't getting enough air through his nose, or so when I was like feeling around his neck, I also checked his jaw if he could open it. I started asking him questions, like if he knew where he was at, how many fingers I was holding up, but his eyes were kind of rolled back, and I was pretty scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on behalf of my client, I want to thank you for offering him assistance.
Yeah. No problem.
So you approached him at about 1 minute following the impact because you guys had to pull over
Mhm.
and you had to get out of the car and walk over to the
Yeah.
where he was.
Yes.
And when you first saw him, he was in the middle of the crosswalk still?
Yes.
And you were the first person that approached him?
I believe so. Yeah.
Did you observe the driver of the Ford F-150 that struck him?
Yeah. Like when my sister said that, like she pointed out the truck. She said like he's not stopping. So then she tried taking down the license plates, but she was really slow because she was still panicking.
Mm-hmm.
And we noticed that he didn't stop until I was already outside the car when he like stopped. It was like about 15 feet away. Not 15 feet away. 15 feet is still pretty close. It was before, I don't know, like in this diagram I would say he was like around here. It's outside of the page before the other intersection.
Okay. It's marked next in order is Exhibit 3. So Exhibit 3 is the intersection of 23rd Street and Barrett Avenue.
Mhm.
And my understanding of your testimony is that the driver of the Ford F-150 stopped somewhere along Barrett Avenue.
Yeah.
If you can you mark your best estimate as to where he was when he stopped? I know this isn't the best photo, but perhaps you can give us some sort of idea.
It wouldn't be on the page, but well, actually, let's see. It would be along this road right here, but like if it's out of the picture, so I would just mark it right here.
Okay, so my understanding is that the impact happened in this intersection, right here.
No, it was right here, because this is still 23rd right here, going along this road.
But this is 23rd and this is Barrett, correct? I'm sorry about the photo. It's not the best photo. Let's use the traffic collision report.
So this sidewalk right here is this same exact one right here.
Well, let's just focus on this one, okay?
Okay.
So, did the driver stop somewhere along this street?
Yes.
Okay, and was it toward the end of the block?
Yeah.
Okay, so so this Exhibit 3 actually this intersection is depicted right here, and Barrett Avenue continues along here. So is it your testimony that the driver stopped towards the end of the block on Barrett Avenue that we see here? Does that make any sense?
This is still 23rd Street right here, because this is Taco Bell, and then the tire shop where it happened, it was exactly right here. It wasn't on this side right here. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So this corner right here, this Taco Bell is right there on that same exact page right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So basically he stopped down the street on Barrett Avenue.
Yeah.
And was it close to the next light after 23rd Street? Like the end of the block?
he was pretty close to the corner of the block. Yeah.
Okay. Did he ever approach the pedestrian Manolo Garcia Rodas?
Yeah, he did. He came out with some what do you call them? Latex gloves.
Yeah.
Once he approached us, it was already Yeah, I'd say it would still be like around within 2 minutes as well. And once he got there, he didn't really speak because I guess he was like startled and scared as well. After that, after I told him he couldn't open his mouth, he proceeded to try to open his mouth with his gloves on and everything, making sure that he could actually get some air in there too. After that, my sister was already on the phone with the police and the emergency. So once that happened, I got up. I told them what I had noticed, and like he wasn't breathing well, and he was still in shock. Like once the ambulance came, he was like gaining consciousness again.
Okay.
And yeah.
Do you have an estimate as to how much time it took for the ambulance to arrive?
About, I'd say within 10 minutes.
And were you at the pedestrian side and from the full time when you approached him to when the ambulance arrived?
Yeah.
And you were observing him the whole time?
Yeah, I was, because he was also on a phone call, like, so, and I noticed he looked familiar, but I think it was because I might have seen him like around where in Berkeley, where I used to work at an office, and he looked like he was let's see, I don't know how the word translates in English, but those people who work day laborers, there you go.
Okay.
And at the office, those are like the people that we help. And well, I didn't recognize him right away, but he did look familiar, and I noticed that he was probably in a phone call with like someone regarding his job or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did he have a cell phone in his hand when you
Yeah.
approached him?
Yeah. Well, he didn't have it in his hand. He had dropped it once he got hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you pick up the phone?
No, I didn't. I just left it where it was, and after he gained consciousness, he picked it up again. He was really like startled. Like he was in shock, and he didn't know. Like look, when we were asking him questions, he didn't answer right away. Like he was still trying to figure out what was happening.
So you said it took about 10 minutes for the ambulance to arrive, and that he was gaining consciousness when the ambulance arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 10 minutes from the time of the impact or from when you first approached him?
When I first approached.
Okay. And when you first approached him, is it fair to say he was unconscious?
Yeah, he was.
So would about 11 minutes be an accurate estimate as to how long he was unconscious? Or do you have an estimate as to how long he was unconscious?
I would say the 11 minutes, yeah, or 10.
10 to 11 minutes?
10 to 11 minutes, yeah.
So you were behind the white truck that made a left and struck this individual?
Yes.
Was there anything blocking the vision of the intersection as you were traveling down 23rd Street?
No, not that I recall, no.
Okay. And it sounds like your sister, Yaritza, I'm sorry if I'm
Yeah,
mispronouncing
that's
that,
fine.
she actually saw the impact?
She saw it, yeah.
Was she driving?
Yeah, she was driving.
What, did she say anything about what happened?
Yeah, she was one of the people that also talked with the ambulance. Like, she told them everything about what she saw, and yeah, it's pretty much.
I will represent to you that the ambulance report states that Witnesses on the scene stated the patient had a positive loss of consciousness for about 30 seconds. He wasn't actually unconscious for 30 seconds, was he? It was...
No, totally, no.
Do you have any idea who told the ambulance people that he'd been unconscious for only 30 seconds?
No. There was a lot of people talking to the ambulance, though.
But you were the first person to approach him,
Yeah.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
The first person to offer him any aid?
Yeah.
And you were at his side until he gained consciousness?
Yes.
Did you give any statements to personnel from the ambulance or the police?
No, I didn't. That was all my sister. I was talking to my sister. I told her everything.
Did you give anybody your information to tell them, hey, I'm a witness?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Do you have an opinion what caused this collision?
Objection. This calls for speculation.
Do you think the pedestrian caused the collision?
No.
Did he have a green light?
Yeah, he did.
Would you be surprised if the driver blamed the pedestrian for causing the collision?
No.
Why not?
Well, it's Richmond.
What do you
Yeah.
mean by that?
I don't know. A lot of people tend to blame other people for their mistakes or anything regarding, like, you know, just trying to push everything away.
Do you have any indication that the driver of the Ford F-150 that struck my client was using a cell phone?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
Is there anything that would lead you to believe that the driver of the Ford F-150 was using a cell phone at the time of the collision?
Same objection.
You can answer the question.
Oh, okay.
That's for a judge to rule on later.
Okay. No, I don't think I could. I wouldn't say that he was on a phone. Or not. Like, that's just because I'm not sure. Like, people driving, I don't know. Anything could happen. I didn't really interact with that person like that. I didn't ask if, you know, either way, if I asked, they would probably say no.
Did your sister say anything about the driver of the Ford F-150 being on the cell phone at the time of the collision?
No, she didn't.
Okay. And she had a better view than you?
Yeah, she did.
Okay. And she lives with you?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, she lives at the same address as
Yeah.
you live at. Okay. Did you eventually speak to an investigator named Paul Kangas?
Yes.
And how was it that he found out about you or you found out about him?
My sister.
Your sister?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see which one. So your sister gave her information to the police as a witness?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you talk to an investigator named Paul Kangas?
Yes, I did.
And did you tell him the truth?
Yes.
Did you basically tell him what you're telling me now?
Yes.
Have you ever spoken with me before?
No.
Have you received a witness check?
Yes.
Did you deposit that or cash that?
No.
Did you lose it?
No, I still have it.
Okay. Do you plan on depositing it or cashing it?
Yeah, I just wanted to get through this first.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Have you spoken with the pedestrian Manolo Garcia Rodas after the collision?
No.
Had you ever met him before the collision?
No. You just look familiar.
You look familiar.
Yeah.
And what line of work are you in? What do you do for work?
So now I don't work at the same office.
Okay.
I used to work at the Multicultural Institute, and now I work at a hotel in Tiburon.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the name of the hotel?
The Lodge at Tiburon.
So as the pedestrian was coming to consciousness, can you describe him at that point, or about the time the ambulance arrived?
Yeah. He was still on the floor. We didn't want to like stand him up or anything yet, and he like I told you, he still was like in shock, so he wasn't really responding to any of the questions that we were asking, and he just stayed quiet, and he checked his phone, he put it back down, and then once the ambulance started asking him the questions, that's when he started speaking up. Yeah.
Were the ambulance personnel speaking in Spanish or English?
One of them was speaking in Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as Mr. Garcia began talking, was he speaking in Spanish or English?
Yes, he was speaking in Spanish.
And you speak Spanish?
Yes.
So you understood what he was saying?
Yeah, but I wasn't really paying attention to it because I wanted to leave already.
Yeah. Okay. How long after the ambulance arrived did you leave?
So once the ambulance came, I just made sure that he could like at least communicate.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister stayed for a little bit longer because she was talking to the police and ambulance. That's when I went back into the car, and I told, because my little sister, my mom, and my other sister was in there, also my nephew, and they were still like, you know, like all jittery, trying to figure out what was happening. And I just went back in there just to calm them down.
Do you have any information about the nature and extent of the pedestrian's injuries?
No.
Take a quick break.
The time is 10:30 a.m. We're going off the record. We are now going back on the record, and the time is 10:37 a.m.
Can we mark the next exhibit in order as Exhibit 4, please? Thank you. See this? Get one there out here. Yeah, there. Can you take a look at Exhibit 4 and try to tell us by marking with your pen where your car pulled over?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So it'd be right here, right in front of the tire shop.
Sorry. Oh, okay. So did you make a left as well?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
only because we saw the collision.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And so that's Barrett Avenue, and you had testified that the defendant drove a little bit before he stopped?
Yeah.
So the next block over, on Barrett Ave, was he halfway down the block?
It was about, yeah,
Or
about a little bit over
give us
half.
your best estimate
bit
how,
over.
how far down the block he was when he stopped.
It was a little bit over half away from the corner. So let's just say that this corner right here was extended right here.
Uh-huh.
It would be like just about right there. So somewhere around here. So that would be, I don't know, about 30 feet away, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you develop an opinion whether you should have stopped sooner or?
Yeah, I thought the first thing you would do is pull over like right where it would happen, right? So then that's when my sister said like, oh, like, we gotta write down the license plate.
Oh,
But
okay.
we saw that he kept going, but we didn't know why. Like we didn't know if he was actually gonna do a hit and run or anything like that. But Since we noticed no one was actually getting out of their cars to help out. That's when I was like, yeah, we gotta go.
So, at first you were concerned he was just going to drive away.
No, I knew she stopped because like she wanted to do something about it, but I don't think she would have like told us to get off the car or anything like that.
Oh, I mean, were you concerned that the person that hit the pedestrian was going to keep driving?
Oh yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you have an opinion as to why he stopped? Was it maybe because he saw your car stop?
Probably.
Objection, counsel speculation.
Probably.
Okay, and let's go back to Exhibit 3. And you recognize the image depicted in Exhibit 3 as the intersection of Barrett Avenue and 23rd Street?
Yes.
And are you able to sort of pinpoint where the pedestrian was when you first approached him? Go
Yes.
ahead and do that. Okay. So you were the first person to approach the pedestrian,
Yes.
and then it was the driver of the Ford F-150.
Yes.
And then after the driver of the Ford F-150 approached him, up until the time the ambulance arrived, did anyone else come and observe the pedestrian or talk to the pedestrian or try to render assistance to the pedestrian?
No one was actually trying to help, but the people from the tire shop that was right in front of there, they just stood outside just to see what happened. They didn't really do anything to help.
So if we're trying to figure out how long he had lost consciousness, you'd be the best person because you were at his side the whole time.
Yeah.
And is there any doubt in your mind that he was unconscious for about 10 to 11 minutes?
No.
Okay, I don't have anything further. Daryl, if you want to ask some questions.
Sure, thanks. Good morning, sir. My name is Daryl Nguyen. I represent defendant UTS and Jaime Ochoa. I have a few follow-up questions for you. I'll just get a general background about yourself. Can you tell me where you went to high school?
I went to Richmond High School.
And when did you graduate?
Year 2017.
When you graduated from high school, did you go on to college or community college?
Yeah, I went to Berkeley City College.
And how long were you there for?
So I took last semester and this fall semester off because I wanted to start working a little bit more, just to have stable income for right now. And yeah, I was there for a year and a half.
Did you have a particular concentration of study at Berkeley City College?
Yeah, I was major in computer science and minor in music.
But currently you're not attending Berkeley City College,
No.
correct? Okay. What is your current employer? Who's your current employer?
The lodge at Tiburon.
How long have you been with the lodge at Deposition?
I've been there since July.
July of this year.
Yes,
And what is your job title there?
houseman.
What type of work is that?
So if anyone needs like blankets, pillows, towels, they call the front desk, they tell me, I take it to them.
And prior to that, where were you working?
Prior to that, I used to work at Target, and I was there for about 9 months.
What were you doing at Target?
I was packaging, like I was taking orders, online orders, and packing them.
At the date of the collision, were you working?
Yeah, but I was working for, yeah, I think I was working for Target as well, yeah.
You were employed at Target?
No, I wasn't, no. I was working at, because I was working at the Multicultural Institute too, but I don't remember. I don't remember the exact date. This was January 15. Yeah, I'd say I was working at the Multicultural Institute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any training in rendering first aid, either formal, any kind of formal training?
No, I just did what I would like, what I saw, like on TV, I guess. Like just checking if they were breathing and the pulse. Yeah.
Okay. You don't have any sort of like license from any government officials?
No.
Okay. At the time of the collision, can you tell me, you and the folks in the car, where were you guys traveling?
We're going to Walmart. Yeah.
And you testified earlier that your car was in the middle lane, correct?
Yes.
Okay. To go to Walmart, would you continue going straight, or would you have made a left turn onto?
You would continue going straight.
Okay.
All of 23rd until. Yeah, all of 23rd, and then it starts curving into Hilltop.
I hate to do this, can I interrupt? Your mic's hitting your shirt.
Is that better?
Perfect.
Okay.
Thanks.
So just so I'm clear with your testimony, your car was in the middle lane of 23rd Street, and the intention was to keep on going straight.
Keep going straight.
To head to
Walmart.
Walmart. Okay. And your car was behind the white truck, correct?
Yes.
At the time of the collision, was there were both the cars, your car and the car in front of you, were they at a complete stop?
No, so like what my sister had explained was that once the car hit the man, he kept going. Like there was no sign of like actual stopping. And that he only stopped right when he was about to get to the other block.
Okay, I guess my question was there a red light and then the light turned green and then the car proceeded to move, or was the light already green?
Yeah, because they were both traveling the same way. So let's say that he's right here. This is the white truck right here, and then the pedestrian's right here. So then once he was turning, they both had the green light. So then that's when it happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my question is, was the light red and then it turned green and then both the pedestrian and the car started moving?
I'm sorry. Can you?
Sure. I mean, I guess my question was, when that white car was traveling, my question is whether there was a full stop first, but because of a light, or was the light already green and he already?
Oh no, there was a stop. Yeah.
Okay.
There was a red light.
There was a red light. Okay. So when the light turned green, that's when the
Yes.
the Let me just so the record is clear because it's being recorded.
Yeah.
Please allow me to finish my question first, and then you can answer it. Otherwise, we're just gonna have a very confusing record.
Okay, sorry.
So let me just strike that. Let me ask the question again. The white truck was at a full stop, correct?
Yes.
And the light turned green, and then the white truck proceeded to turn left.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know? Do you have an estimate as to how fast the white truck was going at the time of the impact with the pedestrian?
It wasn't going too fast, but it wasn't also going like too slow. So I would say, I don't know, like around 12, 15 miles per hour.
Your best estimate is that the white truck was going 12 to 15 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you specified that what kind of car were you in?
I was in a minivan.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were sitting in the back seat.
Yes.
Are you seated directly behind the driver or the
passenger
passenger
side.
side? Okay. Can you tell me? And you mentioned can you spell your sister's name, the one that was driving?
Yeah. YARIGZA.
YARIGZA.
Yes.
How do you pronounce that?
Yurigza.
Okay. And how old is she?
She is 26.
And what does your sister do for a living?
She's a stay-at-home mom. Yeah.
And how about the front passenger who was seated there?
That was my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is her name?
Eliana.
Can you spell that for me?
ELIANA.
And how old is the mom? She's gonna hate you.
She's 47, I think. Yeah.
And who aside from you, who was in the back seat?
Then it was my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then at the very back it was my second oldest sister Jessica, and then my little sister.
Your nephew was seated to your left?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were in the middle portion of the minivan.
Yeah, so the minivan has the two main seats, so then like people could travel towards the middle.
Right.
And then since my nephew was in his car seat, at that time he was pretty small, so we had his car seat on that side, and I was sitting right next to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old was your nephew at that time at the collision?
I think he was a year old. Yeah.
Okay. And the people that were in the back of you, who were they again?
My second to oldest sister Jessica, and my other little sister.
How old is Jessica?
She is 25.
And what is your other sister's name?
26. Her name is Yurigza.
Okay. And how old is she?
Wait, you're talking about the little sister?
Yes.
Oh, her name's Kimberly, and at that time she was 7.
7. Okay. So just so I have this straight, your sister Yurigza was driving.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Your mom was in the front passenger seat. Directly behind your mom was you.
Yes.
To your left is at the time, your 1-year-old nephew.
Yes.
And in the back seat was your two sisters, Jessica and Kimberly.
Yes.
At the time of the collision, did you have your radio? Was there any music playing?
There was music playing.
You guys had the radio on, or
Yeah.
okay? Was it playing loudly, or
I wouldn't say it was too loud, but it wasn't also low. Like, it was around the middle. Like, yeah.
was it the radio? Was it the CD, or what was it?
It was music playing from our phones. Like, we used the auxiliary cord. Yeah.
Okay. Were you guys able to have a conversation if the music was on? Or
Yeah, we were.
Was it pretty loud?
We would be able to have a conversation.
Your sister, Yagzeza,
Yaritza, yeah.
does she have any background in first aid or medical treatment?
Actually not sure. I think she might have, because she was working with children like a few years back, and I think she did have like CPR certificate and first aid. Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't want you to guess, but do you know if she in fact does have any kind of license in CPR or some kind of or responding as a first responder? And if you don't know, you don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So if I ask you a question, and if you don't understand or if you don't know, it's perfectly fine to tell me that you don't know.
Okay.
And I'll try to rephrase the question.
Okay.
You testified that you were the first person to approach the plaintiff. Is
Yes.
that correct? Okay. Did you, and you testified that you, in fact, did not actually see the collision, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You testified that the plaintiff had his cell phone with him, correct?
Yes.
At the time of the collision, was the phone on the road or was it in his pocket? Do you know?
It was on
Action
his
calls for
side.
speculation. Go ahead.
It was on his side.
It was on his side.
Yeah.
How far would you estimate the phone was from his side?
About arm's length.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the phone was about an arm's length away from him when he was struck.
Yes.
Okay. You know what kind of phone it was?
What kind of what?
Phone?
Phone?
Was it an iPhone?
It was
or-
an Android, I believe.
Do you know when at the time of collision was the condition of the phone? Was it smashed? Was the screen broken?
No, it wasn't broken or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
From at least from your observation of the phone, it was in pretty good condition.
It wasn't like in its best condition, just because I think his field of work was very heavy. But it didn't look like it was like completely damaged, or like it looked like a pretty like typical phone that was owned by anyone who was on that field of work.
Okay. It had no more wear and tear.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know if the plaintiff at the time of impact was talking on his phone?
Objection calls for speculation.
It was before. The pedestrian was talking on the phone. Well, that's what I think, because he was on a phone call. And by the time that we got there, he was in a phone call.
When you say by the time you got there, he was on a phone call, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I understand your testimony.
Okay, so when I looked at his phone, it was in a call, like in an active call. Yeah.
Gotcha. So when you arrived to assist the plaintiff, you observed the phone. It was on a conversation mode.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. Okay. And just so I'm clear with your testimony, did you talk to the police at all?
No,
Why not?
because I wanted to go back to the car and calm my family down. Yeah.
Did you talk to the ambulance
No, I didn't.
for the same reason?
Yeah.
Aside from you and your sister, who was the front driver, did anybody else from your car go out to assist
No.
Mr. Rodas?
No.
To assist you and your sister?
Just me and my sister.
Were there anybody else, aside from you and your sister, that assisted the plaintiff?
The driver of the white truck.
Anybody else on the street or any other pedestrian?
No.
Okay. When you approach Mr. Rodas, you testified that he was unconscious, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what was the weather condition at the time of the impact?
The skies were clear. It was pretty sunny.
Do you know what was the time of the impact?
I can't remember the specific time, but it was midday.
When you arrived to assist Mr. Rodas, did you smell any alcohol on him?
No.
You testified that he was unconscious for about 10 minutes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that a guess or is that your estimate, your best
My
estimate?
estimate. Yeah.
What did you do in terms of treating Mr. Rodas when you arrived at the scene?
I checked his breathing and his pulse, and then after I checked his pulse, I did notice his jaw was locked. So I proceeded to check if like it was like dislocated or just like really injured, like he couldn't move at all. But I guess it was his point of shock. Like he like I said, his eyes were rolled back. He was stiff.
At the time of the impact, did you see Mr. Rodas falling hands first, body first, or did you observe the impact at all?
I didn't see that at all.
Okay. Do you know who called the ambulance?
I believe everyone called the ambulance at around like the same time, but my sister was one of the people who called as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give me an estimate as to when, from the time of the impact, when the ambulance arrived?
So once I was so my sister didn't really like get down to help him like hands on, but while I was doing that, like in the first minute that I was there helping him out, she was already like trying to call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give me an estimate then as to when the ambulance arrived from the time she made the phone call?
It was about 10 minutes within that.
So within 10 minutes from what you understood to be your sister calling the ambulance, they arrived?
Yes.
Yes, okay. What did your sister do, if anything, to administer any kind of first aid?
She didn't really do much, just because I feel like she was scared as well. She didn't like. I don't think that she would know how to like react emotionally, or how to like take it if like he wasn't to wake up at all.
Okay. So aside from calling the ambulance, what did she do?
That's all she did. She called the ambulance and she told them what happened.
Okay. How far was she from Mr. Rodas?
She was like 2 feet behind me. Yeah.
So the ambulance arrived, correct?
Yes.
What did they do?
They asked him questions to see if like he would respond, and once he started responding, I would say it took him like 5 to 10 questions to actually respond. But like it wasn't until like he heard like some Spanish too. So we like that's one of our main things that we were worried about. We didn't want to leave him like without being able to communicate. So we made sure that like at least someone could like speak Spanish. If not, we would have like stayed and translated or something. But we thought it was better to let someone else that was like professional and to do that part.
Okay. So it took 10 minutes for the ambulance to arrive from the time someone called the ambulance. That's your
Yes.
testimony. Within that time frame, that 10 minutes, was Mr. Rojas ever in was at any time Mr. Rojas conscious prior to the ambulance arriving?
No.
Can you tell me when the ambulance arrived, other than asking questions, what did they do?
Well, I don't know how to explain it. It's the typical thing that they would do is just like check if like he's breathing and all that stuff. And they also had a machine with them. I wasn't sure what the machine was for, but I think it was just to like track his heart rate or something. They were doing like, I didn't question any of the things that they were doing just because, you know, they're the ambulance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Mr. Rodas ever respond to ambulance, something to the fact that he's okay or I'm fine?
No, like I said, I didn't really stay that far into the whole like questioning because I wanted to get back to my family, and my sister was already talking to an ambulance like aside from.
Okay, so you weren't really paying. You heard the ambulance asking questions, but you weren't really paying to the substance or the nature of the question.
Yeah, because once I noticed that he was starting to communicate, that's when like I went back to the car.
Yeah. So at that point you went back to your car to take care of your family.
Yes.
To calm them down.
Yes.
Okay. But at that point, your sister was talking to the ambulance, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the same sister that talked to the police?
Yes.
Okay. Did the driver of the van talk to you?
Of the white truck?
The white truck.
No, he wasn't really talking. All he was actually when he got there, I was telling him like he's not opening his mouth. He can't really breathe. I'm not sure if like he spoke English, but the way that I first talked to him was, oh, he can't breathe, and it was in English. And then I started like trying to tell him in Spanish, but he didn't really respond. He was just like taking action.
Okay.
Yeah.
By taking action, what did he do?
He opened the pedestrian's mouth.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That was it. Like we were just trying to make sure that he had some air. Yeah.
Gotcha. So he's making sure the driver of the white van was making sure that the pedestrians was being also taken care of, correct?
Yes.
Okay. From the time of the impact, how much longer did for the police to arrive?
The police actually came before the ambulance. Yeah.
Did the police do anything to treat the pedestrian?
No, they just had him lay down and just try to question as well, but he was unconscious, so he didn't really respond to any of those. So he just the police were just there making sure that nothing else would have like gone.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And you testified that the impact was it happened in the middle of the street. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see Mr. Rodas when he was struck? Was he on his back, on his stomach, or how was he lying?
Once I got out the car, the minivan, I saw he was on his back.
You testified that when he got back, when he was conscious again, he reached for his phone, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know? And he was talking to whoever was on the phone. Did you see that?
No, okay, so once he checked his phone, it was still in an active call, but he didn't talk or anything. He just put it back down.
He put the phone back down on the ground.
Yes.
Okay. And you testified earlier that that you believe the pedestrian that was struck was a day laborer. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you know who? Do you actually have any? Well, do you actually know who the pedestrian is that was struck? No.
No.
Following the accident, did you talk to your sister, the one that was driving? Did you talk to her about how this all happened?
No, I didn't.
Okay, you didn't. There wasn't any conversation about about how the impact occurred.
No, there wasn't. But we did like talk about like, oh, like what would we have done if like he didn't wake up. We were really concerned about that and just trying to figure out like what we would have done, just like for any like future like accidents if there was one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your sister, the one that was the driver of the minivan, she never told you what she observed?
No, she didn't.
Okay. Did the passenger, strike that, did the pedestrian, when the ambulance arrived, was he able to pick himself up or was he carried on a, what do you call those, was he carried on, into the ambulance?
The gurney?
The gurney, thank you.
I didn't stay that long, but when I did go back into the car, he was still on the floor. He was sitting up though, so that was the good thing. So then I went back to the car. We didn't really stay that long. Like after my sister finished talking, like they were still talking to him. They were gonna try to get him off the road, but they didn't know if like he was able to walk or anything. So by that time we were already gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't know one way or another if he was carried into the ambulance via a gurney or whether he walked into the ambulance car?
No.
Okay. You testified earlier that you spoke with a gentleman named Paul Kangas.
Yes.
How do you spell his last name?
What was that?
How do you spell his last name?
I actually don't know. I think it starts with a K. K-A-G-A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When did you, was it just one conversation or were there several conversations?
It was two. The first one was it was just questioning about like what had happened. But at first I didn't really want to like speak because I didn't know who the man was. And then my sister told me like, oh, it's the guy that's gonna be investigating the collision that happened. And that's when I was like, oh, like I'll speak up. And the second encounter was he came with the paperwork for what's happening today.
He gave you a subpoena for your deposition today?
Yes.
Okay. The first encounter, how long was the conversation?
I'd say it was around 15 to 20 minutes.
Can you describe for me just the general nature of the conversation?
What do you mean nature? Like
What did you guys talk about?
we talked about what we saw and what we did. So basically what I'm telling you now, the things that I saw and what I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when was that conversation?
It was a good amount of time like after the whole thing. I had totally forgotten about what had happened.
Sure. Was that? Can you describe for me whether it's like from the day of the impact? Was it that the first encounter with Mr. Kangas, was that a year later? 6 months later?
I'd say it was about a year. Yeah.
So your testimony is that about a year after the collision, you had your first conversation with Mr. Kangas.
Yes.
Okay. And how far along after the first conversation was the second one?
Probably like 3 to 4 months after.
Okay.
Yeah.
That second encounter, was it this year?
Yes.
Can you give me a month?
It was last month. Yeah. It was last month because I was talking to him about my work schedule because I do work overnight.
Okay, it was August of this year.
Yes.
Okay. And how long was that conversation?
That was around 10 minutes. It wasn't that long.
He handed you what
Yes.
you brought to you today, which is your subpoena for deposition. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I want to review my notes, and do you have any follow-up question, counsel?
Yeah, just a couple things. Rafael, when the driver of the Ford F-150 was approached you and the pedestrian, was he standing by your side or was he close to you, the driver of the car?
What do you mean? Like when he got there? Like to the
When he approached the pedestrian on the ground?
So I was on my knees already, like helping Garcia out, and as soon as he got there, he was on his knees as well to help. Like it wasn't him waiting; he was actually like trying to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was he on his knees giving assistance the whole time until the ambulance arrived?
Yes.
Okay. At any point, did he apologize to Mr. Garcia for hitting him?
No, he wasn't communicating with anyone.
No verbal talking at all?
No.
Okay. Did you observe the driver of the Ford F-150 apply his brakes immediately after the impact?
No. I didn't really see much of the collision.
Okay. Did you take any photos of Mr. Garcia as he was lying on the ground?
No.
Lying on the ground?
No.
For the 10 minutes that you observed Mr. Garcia lying on his ground, were his eyes, can you describe his eyes during that 10 minutes? Were they open?
So when I saw him, his eyes were rolled back, but then they were closing. Like they were, I don't know, it's like a fast blinking kind of. But that whole time he was fast blinking or shuttering his eyes really quickly, you could only see white. It was just
You couldn't make eye-to-eye contact
No.
with him? And during that 10 minutes, you were unable to communicate with him verbally?
No.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I don't have anything further, thank you.
I think that's it for me.
This now marks the end of DVD 1 and concludes today's deposition. The time is now 11:23 a.m. and we're going off the record. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you.